is put on by In the House and Be Supreme in collaboration, and also with Padiak, which is a dance organization based in Manila. And basically it's, I don't know that they called it that, but I will call it that, is an artistic exchange.
Yeah.
So basically there's three female dancers 18 plus that will be selected in the UK and in Manila.
Okay.
And they're auditioned.
3 each.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're audition. Welcome to the Capsule!
Bring us back up.
Bring us back
Not all the
in.
way to
All
the
the
top.
way.
Not all the way to the top.
All the way.
Bring it down. Bring it down.
Bring it down a little
Bring it down more than this.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
it's all
it's
good.
okay.
All right. Well, there's no need to shout. There's no need to get in an argument 3 seconds into the podcast, is there? What's up, everybody? This is the Capsule. Abe, tell them why we're wearing sunglasses.
We wear sunglasses because we do whatever the we want.
New tag for Abe this week.
And that's on you, babe.
Because you put the Abe in babe.
Aw, cheers, Jen.
And
And that's on you, babe.
One more time.
Hit
And
it.
that's on you, babe.
good. Yeah.
So we got Abe in the house. Who else we got in the house?
I don't know who else we got in the house. Let me find my button.
It's like an old.
Do it then.
She calm, so I added to the tally.
She is calm, so we.
She calm, so I added to the tally.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. Who else we got in the house?
We got a good old classic.
Bye-bye, Jenny.
Yeah, bye-bye, Jenny.
Keeper.
And the host with the most.
Look.
Jeez.
Cool. Well, that's us.
Hey, guys.
Welcome to the Capsule, everybody. Genevieve Lou is back by popular demand. I think she got more. What about me?
Eyes.
Oh yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? You got to cheers with your eyes.
Really?
Yes.
What? In what?
Were you raised in a barn?
Raised in a barn.
In a barn.
Were you raised in a barn? Were you raised in 1928?
Famously, they don't teach cheersing manners in barns. You know. Have you ever gone out for a drink with a horse? Fucking rude.
Woo! We're starting early, baby.
Coming in hot. Okay. So what have we learned so far? Always stare someone in the eyes when you cheers them, even if you're wearing sunglasses.
Even when.
Even when.
I did not know that was a thing. Thank you.
Yeah.
What?
I've been told this multiple times. I always roll my eyes when
I was
get
raised
told
in a barn, Tony. People don't know.
It's a sensitive subject.
Okay.
He actually was raised
Cattle.
in a barn. All right, I'm going to take these off, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I don't think I can last an entire podcast.
All of
wearing
5 minutes.
All of 5 minutes, yo. How is everyone? How was everyone's week?
Oh,
What's
you're
been
taking them
cracking?
Everyone's
You don't
taking
have
their
to.
sunglasses off now.
You don't
I'm
have
not
to.
going to be the only one sat here in sunglasses.
Why not?
Maybe I will.
We'll never know. You might be wearing sunglasses. You might not be. For all the listeners at home, know you could be wearing 7 pairs of sunglasses.
That's right.
Okay. How's things, Abe? What's happening?
I'm all right, bud.
Lovely.
How's things with you?
I'm all right, mate. Not
Yeah.
bad. I missed a bunch of events this weekend.
What did you miss?
Did you?
Oh, yes. There was Friday night. There was a battle.
Which one?
There were D-Lo did a it was called Making Moves. I think it was a one-on-one all styles battle to house music. So I missed that. I also missed on Saturday there was that East Dance Jam at Maryland. And then Sunday there was a event which what was the name of it? I don't even know the name of it. I can actually just look this up. USD something battle or whatever. But
United Street Dance.
it definitely wasn't United. Oh, actually, it might be now that you say that. US.
Am I a marketing expert?
Upside down dance is the
Not
thing.
quite.
Upside down dance.
Upside down dance battle.
Did you have to dance upside down?
I believe you didn't.
That was a good old ropey dope there.
Fake out. Get you with a fake out. No, yeah. So that was an event. There was like 2-on-2, 1-on-1 battles, and that happened also on the weekend. Do you know Darren? I think that kid that he did like I want to say like house / Afro, and he went viral from I Love This Dance.
I feel like that's all that there is
I
on
feel
I
like
Love
this is something
Dance.
you could
Wait,
look up.
not so.
Jen. I feel like this is something you could look up at
Wait,
on the computer
wait.
that we're all looking at.
Okay.
There we go.
Parks.
Yeah, if you type in I Love This Dance, Darren
No.
or Willis. Is Darren and Willis, I think, were the two.
Oh,
The little kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate your
Is that the Robia year? It's not called the Robia year, but
That's actually what they call it. They've renamed it.
Ruben?
No, not Ruben. I didn't say Ruben.
Darren.
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 You're right, Darren.
What, Darren?
No, does
I
you
do want to go back and
Willis,
watch-
maybe. Maybe it's Willis.
Is it not Jibril?
Our kids.
No, this
Okay.
kid.
I don't know
Oh,
this.
so good.
Oh, is it Darren Willis? Is that one
So
one name?
good. Have you not seen this?
No, I
Oh,
can't hear it.
Me either.
That's all right.
Why am
That's
I
alright.
blind? I'm going in blind.
Because we
it would
turned off
be
music.
great to. Okay, fair.
I'm
But
imagining this.
You need
kids.
to watch it with music because
Killing
he's
it.
wild. This was the Robia year. We were there.
Yeah.
Bruv, I just don't think locking looks cool, man.
Ooh.
Hot take, hot take.
Hot take. Where's my sound?
Hot take, hot take.
I'm going.
You gotta be quicker with these ones.
Although that kid is killing it with the feet, but he's doing feet stuff now. He's not doing.
That's such.
Say it again.
That's locking.
Say it again.
I just don't think locking looks cool, man. Fajitas! There's someone under the fajitas!
That's
I've
a
had
sizzling
deja
hot
vu.
take.
You said that on this pod before?
I've said so many things about locking.
Me?
Yeah.
A little bit. No, I don't think so.
Fair.
I think it's people say it all the time. That's not a new hot take.
Is it not?
I've heard loads of people
don't
say
think so.
like locking doesn't.
I think, to be honest,
Rock the chakras.
No,
more rock the chakras. I think part of the yeah, I guess all dances have to evolve and develop to stay relevant. So I guess it's like what?
No, I'm just laughing at that
There's so
sound.
much going on.
Why is it coming at the best bit? Oh, it doesn't rock the chakras.
We are going to get no actual information out today, are we?
We might.
Hey, but take us deeper into this locking conversation.
Oh.
Well,
Take us deeper.
any battles? Sorry, guys. Any battles that I've been at and they've had lock-in, they all come up dressed like old people with the taxi driver hats on, and they all do this thing with it's almost like a Chucky smile. It's almost like a horrendous. It's like a smile, but it doesn't look like they're having as much fun as it looks.
It doesn't look like they're having as much fun as it looks.
Yeah, as they're making it out to
Thank
be
you.
is what I meant to
you.
say.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking at you and you're like,
I feel like locking has there's the most
it's not evolved.
Yeah, and you play a character the most in locking. It used to be like that, a bit more in the UK anyway, with popping when you had everyone dressed up as the Boogaloos with the big long suits and stuff.
Yes.
And I get these things come from a certain culture, and you're kind of in one way of thinking. You're paying respect. I've never been of that way of thinking. It's that was how they did it, so we should do a version of it.
Name me a locking battle where you've gone, this is a fucking sick battle that doesn't involve P-Lock or
Yeah, that's
the Go-Go Brothers.
or the two guys from Amsterdam.
Or those two guys from Amsterdam.
But did you forget them on the list or
I don't think I went to Amsterdam.
What
I
are
don't
their
know who
names
those two
again?
are.
if
Ruben
Ghetto
and,
Funk Collective?
Yeah,
But do you see how
Honestly.
small it is?
the amount of good.
The amount of good locking battles there are compared to everything else. I don't know if that's... I don't know if that's to do with the lockers or to do with the events or to do with the style not evolving or what. I don't know what it is. This is just this is an ignorant opinion of someone who isn't in the scene as much these days. And this is just how I feel, okay? Fucking, this isn't the news. Just calm the fuck down.
In advance. Come fuck down in advance.
Yeah.
I reckon it's partially all those things that you said. I think one thing that people talk about a lot with locking and other styles is that the music hasn't really been updated since it kind of started, whereas all the other styles, there's new versions of that music being played.
Good point, Luke.
I think when you have now you're keeping order, thank you.
I didn't hear what you said. You said don't shout.
Don't shout.
Sorry.
When you have what's it called? When you have like the stuff being updated is like younger people can get into it. There's more stuff that's relevant to them. I think you do have some stuff being made in like some of the stuff that Anderson .Paak makes and stuff like that is kind of and Bruno Mars. They do that, but then it's also then all of that shit is already struck from us being able to use it in battles because of copyright.
Yeah.
So it's like we're already like, it's like they're making the stuff that would be nice to, I know there are lockers that do stuff, and especially with Reels and TikTok you can dance on that music for that.
But I mean,
Go on.
I sense that there's way more new funk music than we as people that maybe aren't fans of that genre wouldn't. It's like the only grime out Stormzy.
True.
Like it's a bit of a rudimentary take to be like, yeah, well, Silk Sonic are the only ones
True.
holding the mantle for the funk of
But then
now.
is it then the DJs?
Yeah, I think so.
That are not
I feel
playing.
similar about whacking sometimes.
Hit it for yourself. Yeah.
That I feel like the DJs who play for whacking always play the same thing, and it's like I feel like even more so than locking, whacking can be like also a little housey, a little disco-y. Like
There's a lot
it
of
could even
different
go
vibes.
into pop. Like some pop music that's coming out now is a little bit disco-y, and I just feel like it's always the same songs being played and the classics, and like it's a little bit I'm not
no, you're doing good, girl.
I'm not dissing the DJs because maybe like
Yes,
there's
we are.
Way
Yes, sir, man.
Hot, and a
No, but
little bit
it's-
of hot.
it's like a little bit of a lazy thing maybe on the part of the DJs of just always playing the like classic. It's nice to have a classic, but not to always play the same things through like the final how many finals of battles that we've seen that is the same song.
yeah.
So
The thing that I parallel that with is dancers, because there's an overwhelming majority of dancers in, I would say, a lot of the styles, if potentially all the styles, that dance really similarly, and style wise they all have like the same style, and then you get the few outliers that have their own thing, and they are the ones that do well. So like I think the big DJs who do well and who are in demand and blah 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 do have their own sound. Like I'm thinking of Fame, who like has very much I think Fame has his own style, and that's what makes him in demand, because it's like, oh, you supply him for that, because then it's not just I don't know loads about DJing just from the conversations I've had and my perspective in the scene, but someone like Fame, right, if we're using him as an example, because he's developed his own sound, and whenever he plays a battle, it sounds a certain way for popping, right? He's a popping DJ from Germany.
Thank you so much.
Plays the Hans Zimmer.
Exactly. That's actually what he says. But because he's developed this own sound, he's now in demand because it's not just about what songs do you have on your hard drive. Like I could steal Fame's hard drive, I could play some of his songs and some of his exclusives, but it's the ear to be able to find more of those songs and to develop, like, keep that sound going is what makes him, I guess. So I think you get that with DJs where the majority just want to be kind of accepted. And I think if you're someone who has a style, whether it's as a dancer or as a DJ, you run the risk of people not liking that thing that you do. So it's like, it's a scary thing to be different, to sound different, to look different. But if you
build an identity.
Yeah, if you build an identity, you tend to do well, but it also, you can be accepted, because what will happen is we go, man, these are the same songs. But what we don't go is, oh my God, those were shit songs. Like we've just danced to them a million times.
But
so if you take a risk and try new stuff and everyone hates it, you're really going out on a limb. Whereas if you just play the same songs that the last DJ played and the other one before that and the other one before that, the worst reaction you're going to get is, these songs are boring. Do you know what I mean?
You could just make a SoundCloud account and put stuff up and see what people think. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's how like Shashu and Mofak and
Even Josh-
even K Tronado and stuff like that. Like,
Josh and Sheldon do a lot.
there
of
you
mixes.
go, there you go. Sound like yourself.
No, I'm not
Me
defending
too.
it. I'm just
No.
saying I think that is why that's kind of responsible for a lot of these DJs kind of playing the same
Look,
shit.
all I'm saying is I remember there was a period where I was in the battle scene and Brooke would just rock up to an event, go for pop-in and just be like on the day. I'm pretty sure, I mean, he can correct me if I'm wrong, but he'd just be like, yeah, I'll go enter lock-in, and he'd win. And you couldn't do that for any other style, I don't think.
Well, that's not really a hot take because it's true.
Yeah.
But I think that's also more about the like level of the locking scene
Yeah.
as opposed to the dance.
And I think the level of the locking scene is like that because you don't have loads of people going, I want to do locking, because no one watches locking videos and go, that's cool, I want to do that.
yeah,
It all comes down to, does it look cool?
I agree. And it's like that's why a lot of people get into popping and breaking.
Because it looks cool. I want to spin on my head. I want to do a wave and go, ooh.
And this is kind of my thing with teaching is like, if you're teaching high level students or people that want to be great and stuff, yes, you go through like it's in battle styles.
Yeah.
I think yes, you go through the foundations, you make them drill and blah blah blah. If you're teaching kids who are like just it's their first taster of the style, and this is something that Pax did when you guys taught at Breaking Convention, but like she started by teaching waves and stuff, and it's like you start with the stuff that looks cool, because any of us that are like good level dancers, the first thing we learned was not the foundation of a style.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like we started by like I'm gonna learn how to do a handstand, or I'm gonna learn how to do a wave, or even if it was like dumb shit relative to what we're doing now, we learned the stuff that was fun. And if you catch someone with the fun, then they're gonna care enough to.
Yeah, man.
Build-
As annoying as it is, backflips look cool to people
Yeah.
who don't dance.
They look cool to everybody.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's a flipping backflip, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then that's on you, babe.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, we like I've had a few conversations. I mean, Sean's spoken about this, Brooke's
Yes.
spoken about this. We had a whole palaver on the capsule about Brooke saying locking is dead in the UK.
Oh, Brooke did say it.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah,
something,
yeah, yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, don't go too deep into it, guys. We've been here before.
Yeah, we have been there before. There's a post on the capsule where we said about that, and everyone came in and debated, which was lovely. But yeah,
So should we go to the first topic, because that was 0.5 topic?
Yeah,
okay.
sorry.
What happened? Tell us.
Okay, first point is Glade's night.
Oh yeah, I wasn't there. You three were.
Abe was not there.
Oh, Ava
Then
was
that's on you, babe.
Very good usage there. Very good. We
You weren't there? What were you
No.
talking about being drunk
What?
What?
before the pod?
Yeah.
I think you were
I
drunk.
asked-
We were talking about.
What's Tabby like drunk?
Yeah, he wasn't there.
I thought you were there.
No.
Oh, I said to you, were you there? And you nodded.
Luke, no, I didn't.
It was
He
me
wasn't there.
and
She calm, so I added to the tally.
Okay. So Genevieve and Talviev, what happened? Tell us about it.
Tell us.
Had
Also,
much
shout out to
fun.
Glade for posting what we said last week.
Yeah, and it's happening again on like this Wednesday.
And Glade,
so-
if you ever need to see Conrad O'Donnell.
Oh, I need to talk to you about this.
Okay.
It's a new record shop.
Oh.
Round down the road, my dad took in. I'll talk to you about it now.
Okay.
And my dad took some records in, and because he tells everyone what I do for a living, they're like, "What's she filming here?" So
Oh.
we could maybe go
Do a
and
little
film
ting-ting?
a little thing in there.
All right. Thanks, Conrad.
Yeah.
Shout out to
That's
Conrad of Revolution Records.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Dad's selling my heirlooms.
Glade.
yeah,
Yes.
the night was great.
Yeah, had a great time. You can take food in there firstly.
In what club is it?
Toller in Peckham.
You can take food.
You can take food
from outside.
in there from outside.
Is it just
That's-
everyone eating Boss Man's chicken?
Basically. Basically. Yeah, I mean, it was quite quiet when we got there because I went with the Trap Lord lot. I don't know why we were in such a rush, but definitely going to take our time on Wednesday. But it was just a really nice crowd, really good vibes. Like Junior was the MVP for me, Junior
Yeah.
official. His set was wild. Mikey was also pretty hip and happening.
Yeah,
They're all both very good people.
It was a really good night. I'm very like Latisse is pretty new to live sets as far as I'm aware, and she did a banging.
I think it was her
Job.
first. She said her
She
first
did
time.
Midnight Train.
Oh,
But maybe her first.
But I think
like,
that was her first, like, in the thick of a lineup
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
she- I
yeah.
think she opened.
Go on,
before.
Latisse.
Wicked.
I don't know who you are, but go on. How would you about
Latisse-
to?
I'd
Dope,
say
you might
at
have
what
met her
time? At what time would you say that, like, the people that had fallen out of pubs started coming in? Because that definitely happened.
Yeah.
that
where,
is sick.
like the crowd, because it's a Wednesday night and it's a free thing, so you're gonna
Yeah.
wander
Oh,
in and be
mad.
like, "We found an amazing night. Look at this!"
Oh,
and I
my
feel like that
goodness.
happened.
Maybe
Was it
like 12,
Mm.
12, between 12 and 12:30, it got like a bit busy.
Busier.
Was it proper pub goers?
Just white people?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, bloody, that's a lot of colour in here, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
there's a lot of flavour in here. What's that? You got chicken? Have a little bit. Nom, nom, nom. Sorry, carry on.
It was wicked.
Yeah.
Had a really good time.
sick.
I
I'll
had
be
to
there
leave because
again.
I had work the next day, but I was sad.
And you did.
Will
come
you be
home
there again on Wednesday?
Drunk.
Well, now that you say it, I might be.
Is this an every Wednesday thing?
In
This month.
April.
In April?
Yeah.
Come.
Why?
Come.
Come.
Is it going to stop?
You clearly didn't listen to last week's
In May.
pod.
And you were here. What?
Wait, what in May? What happened?
You said, will it stop? Yes, in
May,
May.
why?
Because it's for April. Are you okay?
It's a
No, but is this a club called Glades or is this
No,
a
it's-
specific night?
You
called
did not
Glades?
listen to last week's pod at all.
It's on you, babe.
So the club is called Tonner.
Yeah.
Late with Glade is
Glade is a
Glade's
person.
Residency.
Yeah, I did listen to this.
Wednesdays.
Yeah.
You were here.
And this is when DJ Stefan went down. I remember it, man. I remember
Stefan
it.
is the biscuits guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
also-
I don't know. You didn't know who Glade was. How do I know if you know who Stefan is?
Hey, man.
The biscuits guy.
Next subject.
Stefan Blissfuls Sinclair.
Blissfuls. DJ Blissfuls.
DJ Blissfuls.
Let's go, DJ Blissfuls.
Overrated biscuit.
See you there on
Ooh.
Wednesday, people. If this
Yeah.
comes
Yeah.
out before Wednesday.
Shout out
Very
to-
good getting us back on
Hey,
track.
hey, don't yeah.
Maybe
No,
I'll
it
come
will
on
come
Wednesday.
out.
Don't talk about your timeline.
Maybe
It
I
will
will.
come out before.
It's
Wednesday.
amazing. You should come.
Maybe I'll come in with Terry and the boys. Whoa, 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 what's going on? No, I'm not sorry. I'm not going to shout. Even though I've shouted the whole
Too
time.
late.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
fine.
It's too late.
We'll just turn your mic down a little bit.
too late.
It is.
That was a bit off key, that one. It's all right.
Not
all right.
bad.
We're not
I'll get it back.
Bad. Okay. Next topic.
Can you add that to the soundboard?
Can
Add
I,
it to
Can you add to that to the
that.
soundboard
I
one
can
day?
certainly
She calm, so I added to the tally.
add it to the
What is that thing that they
soundboard
do in
tally.
that dance? Where they're like, what is it?
TikTok.
It has got lyrical reference, but I can't remember what it is now.
There's one
Bust
bit
the
where it's
right
like,
and the
Left.
left.
to the alley.
We
yeah, I think
are
it's that.
old.
They do that way too quick, bro.
I'm like, they do something in the alley.
There's
I
like
know
something where
there's
they do
some
it
kind
with
of
their
that's the
Rock,
add
paper,
into the
scissors.
tally thing.
Okay.
I think left and there's a something.
There's something where they're like,
Do you want to pull it up?
where like their face looks like they're not bothered, but they're adding so much energy into it.
Yeah.
What is that?
I think
bit,
it's on the match
actually?
track. Give me that.
Okay.
I can't even think of the words now. Very good. We love you, Drea.
Right, theatre things.
Yes. Theatre things.
So what happened? Break it down.
Last
down.
night
Break it
in
down,
London
break it
town
down, break
was
it
the
down.
Olivier Awards. Which,
What is the Olivier Awards?
It's a guy called Oliver.
oh no. It's an awards ceremony
Okay.
for, I mean,
New school theatre? Theatre.
yeah, theater
Mm, not musical
and
theatre.
stage, like,
Performance.
yeah,
Theatre.
stage performance.
Yeah, theatre.
And our very own Julia Chang was nominated
You're supposed to be ready with the buttons for these things. Why are we clapping manually?
Oh shit, wrong one.
Bye bye, Jenny.
Bye bye, Jenny.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, should we say that again? There we go. Julia Chang nominated for an Olivier Award. Congratulations. Wonderful
Big
stuff.
things. Big things.
For-
Shout out Kayla, her associate. Thanks.
Yep. For Cabaret,
Mhm.
which is playing at Kit Kat Club, in the West. Is it in the West End?
Mhm. I
Okay.
believe so.
What is Cabaret?
What is cabaret?
It's a musical theater show.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a legendary one.
Okay.
I feel this might be blasphemous, but I feel like it's a Liza Minnelli thing.
Ooh, let me look at it.
Liza Minnelli.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an old show.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
So
It's
she
not an
was-
original.
So she
Play
was
or
brought
story.
on, I guess, at some point.
Yes.
She hasn't been there since Liza Minnelli.
No.
And she is movement director,
1966.
choreographer. What's the difference in movement director and choreographer?
Don't tend to be full on numbers with with movement direction. It's more staging and
Oh, so she's like doing the whole
numbers.
and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2.
Yeah, because it's cabaret.
Yeah. Did I do a good musical theatre job?
Very good.
I studied
With my limited knowledge.
I studied musical theatre for 3.5 weeks. Shout out to Carrie.
I studied it while on job.
Yeah, you did.
Didn't know anything about it.
Who else is? Because obviously, unfortunately, Julia did not win, but I guess to be nominated is a big
Achievement.
Yeah,
big
you get to
honour.
follow. Add that onto your title for till the end of time.
Olivia nominated.
Should you choose?
Yeah. I have two
Don't
things
swear.
in mind.
Mhm.
First thing is, you were saying that there's more people who are in the West End than I might be aware of.
Yeah,
from
I
our
think
scene.
at some point we spoke about it just from a like, yo, can we shout these people out?
Yeah.
It was probably coming from, and include me because I'm doing it right now. That might be where it came from. But I think Carrie Ann Ennui was probably our first to out the gate to do it with Hamilton and
Yeah.
then Six,
Yeah.
amongst many other things. That woman in her suitcase are non-stop. And then we've got Rhymes,
Yeah.
who again has been across loads. Most recently, there's a show called Fantastically Great Women Who Changed the World, which is a children's book from a Pankhurst descendant
Okay.
that was made into a musical that's touring and may transfer to town. I know that because I'm her agent. Jade Hackett.
You're
who
dying on the buttons.
Don't
is-
worry about it. Jade Hackett.
I think Jade Hackett is resident for Get Up, Stand Up, the
Jeez.
Bob Marley musical.
Get
I
Up,
think
oh,
resident,
sick.
not
Up.
associate.
Choreographer.
Choreographer, yeah. But she did
Hex as well, no?
Hex at the National as well.
Jeez.
And
Robia just did movement direction for An Unfinished Man at the Yard. She
Jeez.
also did him at the Almeida.
East.
I just did Lion Witch and Wardrobe, which is touring. Yeah.
There's a
Kayla again is Julia's associate. Kendra is resident at Anne Juliet. Like there's
Mad.
loads.
Yeah.
We're getting about.
Why is this? Oh, wait, go on. What were we going to
there
say?
was. It's gonna be
Why
rude
is that
'cause
mic
he's in
up
our.
your nose?
It's on my nose. It's gonna be bad because he was in our crew for like a bit. In Toy
was
Box. I forget his name, bro,
Oh,
but he
wow.
was sick,
Was
and he was
his
like
name
more of.
Kyle.
Yes, Kyle.
Oh,
He-
got it in. Ooh.
I did.
Kyle Seeley.
I did a.
I've got a good fucking memory.
Well done, mate. I did a 2 years ago, or like 3 years ago, an
Yes.
audition
Yes.
for Aladdin,
I'll take off my sunglasses.
and he lame, and he
Aladdin, what?
and he that shouldn't have made me laugh. Well done. And he was doing choreography at the
You looked to me for approval and you didn't get it.
All from Jen either.
he was doing choreography at the audition for
Men.
tap and stuff like that. Men.
Oh, he was doing choreography at the audition for
Aladdin.
Aladdin that you got.
No, I didn't get it. No. But
I came
got
to
through
watch you do Aladdin. Where
No,
was
that was Panto. I'm talking about Disney Aladdin.
The musical or the film.
The film.
No, the musical.
Oh,
West
sick.
End.
Oh, so he was doing the audition.
Yeah,
And
but
do you know if he's choreographing in the thing?
probably.
Sick.
Why would he not be if he's
I don't
doing
know.
the audition?
Is that a thing that's done?
or
would
he's
you have a?
got to be involved somehow.
Yeah. Would you take an audition, as in lead an audition, if you weren't part of the cast or the,
Sometimes, yeah.
like you just hired in just to do that?
Sometimes.
Okay, well maybe that. But the fact is, he's getting hired in to do big thing West End
Yeah.
Aladdin thing.
What? Yeah. So why is this happening?
Because we're fucking sick. You get me?
Because we are sick. I think, I'm not sure why it's been recognised that we're an untapped resource, but it seems that has been discovered. I think the whole race relations, lack of diversity has aided me and my black sisterins no end. And when I was offered the musical, it did come to mind for me, like, not imposter syndrome, because I knew I was capable, but I've got a feeling you might be asking me because I'm a female and I'm a black female,
Ticking
and
a box.
now's the time.
Mm.
I found out that might not have been so true when I was on the job and who had recommended me, but
Right.
it definitely played on my mind. But where at one point that might have been like a annoying thing and make me not want the job. I'm similar with funding. Like, if you've got the money, I'll take it. And if you want to put me in this job because I'm black and female, then let's fucking go, because I'm going to make your show really good. But I do think the diversity conversation is a lot to do with it. That doesn't obviously answer for the females that aren't black. I mean, can only really speak as a black female.
Yeah, they do some places. I don't know in this, but I know like in TV and stuff like that. Some of them are just ticking boxes, and I know they get bonuses for it. It's like, bruv, you're getting a bonus, but I'm also getting paid. Then so be it, man.
I do think as well, as much as they've really done better with casting, creative teams are so white and male. It's outrageous.
Yeah.
What does that mean, creative teams?
Choreography, lighting, set, costume,
Like the people,
direction, like everyone making it so white and male. I was on a Zoom for my for Lion, Witch and Wardrobe, and there was a female missing the stunt, like the flying lady, aerial choreographer. But apart from that, there were 7 of us, and everyone else was white and male.
Yeah.
And that's just a bit wild.
There's I can't remember if it's an actor or an actress.
Lovely white men, by
They're
the
the
way.
same.
Yeah.
But they said like on a production of something, big name, and they were like, I'll only come in if it's half and half.
Good.
Like sound, everything, lighting, like makeup,
Good.
everything. It has to be half and half.
There's just no real excuse for it now because the talent is there. You might have to look a little harder for it, but in the same way that I got offered the job, I get, you might know people that are good for it, but we have to widen the playing field at some point.
100%.
We've gone off topic, but
No topic is off topic
ooh,
on the Capsule
In the
podcast.
Capsule Cave.
I'm trying to think if there are any guys in the mix. Good. Tales from the Crystal Cave. Oh my God, I've got a Steven Seagal song to play.
What? Why?
Yes.
Now?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Yes. It has to be
'cause
played
we'll
now.
get
I
flagged.
don't think we can
Oh, we
hear
can't
it.
play it
Can't
now.
hear it
Flip.
after.
We have to add that to the soundboard. One of the bits.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there are any men in the mix of this theatre
I know that
thing.
Dixon is working on a musical, but I don't know if it's been announced.
Don't do it,
I'm not gonna
NDA.
do it.
Well, Dixon's doing a lot. I mean, you would know more than most people, but like, Dixon's doing a lot of big stuff at the moment,
Yeah.
isn't he?
I also know
That was
think-
your cue to say what they are.
what he's
Yeah.
what he's working on.
Yeah,
Or what he's worked on, because
I mean,
you might be
'cause
NDA'd on
you-
the things he's working on.
yeah, sure.
I know one.
You can talk about where you just were.
In Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was with Dixon in Saudi Arabia.
yeah.
Where
That's a
he-
pretty cool project.
Yeah, where he was performing a 10-minute site-specific performance in the middle of the desert for this large-scale art installation exhibition called Desert X.
Mad.
And so they commissioned him to come and perform for the opening and closing weekend.
Mad.
Nice.
So
Question about Dixon.
tell me, ask me.
What's the MBI stand for?
It's his last name.
Is his name?
His last name is 3 letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gangster, man. No wonder why he's like, I'm Dixon, bruv.
Your first name is 3 letters.
No, it's not. It's short for Abraham.
Well, fuck me.
And you don't pronounce it ABE. You say Abe.
But I don't think you pronounce
do you
it
pronounce his
MBI
name?
either.
Do you not?
I don't think
It's Mubbi.
so.
How do you
MBI.
pronounce it?
MBI.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
a
Or
it
MB.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But which is it?
Yeah, he said two things.
No, he says MBI.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
I thought it was like an awardie one.
yeah.
Out of town
I'm
right
being
now.
serious.
So
MBE.
Theo,
PhD.
Godson, Godson,
Oh, yeah, Godson, yeah.
movement directed for black boys who have considered suicide when the hue gets too heavy, which is at Royal Court
Wow.
right now.
And a very long name. It is.
Very
have
heavy
you
name.
seen
It's
that
called
yet?
For Black Boys ... as well, but
Yeah.
I think the whole title is great, so
Yeah.
I did it.
I was.
Um,
I am going to see it.
oh, you haven't
When?
seen it yet?
Next week, I think.
Was that what you
Haven't
tried to
got-
get? What you was like, TV,
Yeah.
do you want to come?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry
Have
about
you
that.
seen it?
I want to come.
Okay. Let's do it.
Cool.
I'm not going.
Shut up.
I still want to go.
Not because of that, but I'm not going. Just thought I'd let you know.
Okay.
Still want to go.
Yeah, but it's not going to be as great as that.
Not
mate,
all
is it?
about you.
Sure.
Not all about you.
I'm also not going to be able to go, but shout out to Theo for that. That's
Shout out
sick.
Theo.
That one is a movement direction thing, right?
Was
Yes.
was Jade also working on that?
I saw thanks to her, but I don't know what.
Thanks for what? Is it
But I'm
for,
sure
what
it
is
was
that
for.
about?
for choreography or bringing muffins?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Do you know what that's about? Thanks for
Like,
thank-
why would you
give
have
thanks
that?
to this
Well,
person?
I
What's that
had
about?
this with my assistant on the musical. So he's very clearly my assistant, and he has a couple of numbers in the show. Shout out Jevon. Jevon the Wiz. But in talking about his credit, they weren't, because we weren't all, not every creative team member had an assistant, so they were just going to give him a thanks. I was like,
But he's got.
He
that he assisted me, but there's just seems to be some kind of structural nonsense that makes a bit more sense, where if other people had help but their person's not getting credited, then yours can't either. We got it in the end, but it's just a whole
Would it
rigmarole.
would it have to be something like, if you got credited instead of just the thanks, you would have to be paid more money? Is it a money thing?
Well, no, because he was paid to assist, so I don't.
Then
So
yeah,
contractually,
sure.
he was an assistant.
It might have been maybe R&D related, so maybe Jay didn't do work on the actual run. Maybe she contributed something in the lead ups.
It's still a very.
It's just like words on a page. It's just like, hey, he did the work.
Just tell me what
Pop
I
him
said.
in. Just pop him in the thing. No biggie.
Yeah,
No biggie.
I agree with that.
And so
Thanks.
in that context of like a play, the movement direction would be, I guess, more like. Actually, I'm not going to speculate. Can you tell me in a play, if you're a movement director, what sort of things are you expected to like be doing?
Well, it depends on how your director works as well.
Right.
Because I would say in my experience, my director, Michael Fentiman, did the movement direction and I strictly did the numbers. So the dance numbers.
And how
so
what was
that will be
distinction?
staging, or it could be people talking and then at one point, I don't know, they all like point over there and like, how do they point or how do they gesture in that direction without me moving away from the mic? So that's not choreography necessarily. It's direct.
It's more like the physical
movement
side of acting.
Yes.
Got it.
I was in the mix to, you're going to love this, to movement direct a play called Cock, which is Taron, what's his face?
I have a few
the
ideas.
Kingsman man. The Kingsman man, and I can't remember who he's opposite, but it was a two-hander because there's two people in it. And the
Cock was a
director
two-hander.
wanted my ideas about how...
Why is no one laughing at that?
how like the script mentioned action, like they'd be cooking or whatever, and how can we physicalize that without miming cooking? So that would be movement direction, something like that.
Okay, fair.
What Kingsman? The new one, newest one.
No,
right?
the
No,
guy
the
from
original one,
Kings-
the guy from it, Rocket Man, Taron something, Egerton.
Egbert.
Just Google Cock.
I'm not googling.
The play, Cock the play.
Egerton. Oh, him, Eggsy.
Yeah.
Google
Definitely don't-
play with conch to see if it
Does he,
comes
what
up.
does he actually talk like? Does he talk like?
I
yo,
didn't
he's
get
saying
it,
G?
so I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
I was in the mix. Do you listen?
Well done for rubbing that in.
No, not sometimes.
Not sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I need people to listen, so
yeah.
our friendship's not going to last too long,
And
is
that's
it?
on you,
That is on you, babe.
You'll say something, and I'll be like,
Uh-oh.
"You said Egerton," and my
Abe's
head just froze,
Abe's handheld.
and then I was like,
Well, defrost it fast.
He's gone rogue.
Abe's gone handheld. You supported this last week.
I know, and I
And
still
look what
do.
happened. It was the
And
last.
still
look
do
at this
because-
physicality he's got going on.
I know. Look at
It's
that
almost as
elbow.
if
Look at
he's-
that tense ass shoulder.
It's almost
What's
as
going
if
on with
he's
that
been,
right shoulder.
Hey,
left shoulder, left shoulder.
Hey, let's all calm down.
Okay.
Let's move on to.
You calm down.
Let's move on to.
To Nanterious. We are
Go.
Nanterious. He is.
I don't think that's how you say it.
Nanterious. Nanterious.
Nanterious.
I sent you the thing.
Yeah.
You sent us all the thing. I wondered when it was.
Yeah. It's kind of a long.
If it's in French, it's for Jen.
Yeah.
What is it? I couldn't read that. My French sucks still.
No, it's just a lot of text to say it's a break battle. 3 categories: B-boys, B-girls, and kids that are judged on their artistic performance, but also their creativity, their style, and their performance. And
that's
Blah, blah,
on
blah.
you, babe.
and that's on you, babe.
What song is that?
it's the new Taylor Swift and some
That's Taylor
girl.
Swift?
No, it's Taylor Swift and some girl. I don't know her
Fair.
name, but Luke, you know, it was 5:30 and Luke was like, where are your sounds? And then I was like, I thought I should find something with babe and then say, oh, Abe,
Nice.
babe.
Yeah, no,
Because
very
I
good.
couldn't find anything with Abe. And then I just Googled song that says babe. And that's the first
You
thing.
couldn't find anything with Abe.
Then that's on you, babe.
I couldn't think of anything.
Fair enough.
Okay, so
I don't judge you.
where is it?
Nantes, which is why it's called Nanterious.
Oh,
The city of Nantes.
Ah,
good.
Where's
In
Nantes?
the city of Nantes.
Where's Nantes?
In France.
Oh, it.
Yeah.
oh, ouais.
And
part there.
Vanessa went and she won.
Where? Vanessa?
She posted a picture with a big 500 euro check.
Woo!
Yo, man, it's kind of ridiculous how dancers
Get that hot take
dancers.
ready.
Oh,
flipping work so hard, train, do all of this shit that means they can
this is
break
an
their
hot take.
bones and all of this stuff. And I could win more money playing a video game. What the fuck's going on?
That's not a hot take, really. It's true.
But outside in, definitely outside in. Like, I don't know the scale of this thing, but not every battle can afford to give like 50k, surely.
No, 100%. And I get you on that. But there's like a lot of, is it because there's not that much entry for tournaments? Is there
No.
entry for battles
listen.
in the dances? do you pay? You do
Just
pay,
so you
yeah.
know,
She's
Jen
doing
did
this.
this.
Listen.
I'm listening. Go on, talk to me.
Tell him.
Listen.
The glasses are coming off.
I've thought about this.
Or are they going on?
Okay.
A different person.
Okay.
No
So-
one wants to wear my bougie one. Sorry.
Because they're too expensive. guys.
We can't afford to wear yours.
Everyone's scared of touching them.
Jen.
Yes.
Tell 'em.
Focus. I think that, like, because I've worked on video game tournaments as well, and when I walked in the video game tournament, I was like, "What are we doing with dance?"
But wait. So
Yeah.
just to give that context, because you saying I've worked on video game tournaments is like we're thinking a
As a-
small like what level
Like
of,
FIFA, like E-Champions League.
like the world finals
Yeah,
where they're
yeah.
flying people and
Yeah, where everybody gets flown in, where it's like hundreds of people in a kind of big warehouse, but it's just the production
and
level
what
is really
the prize
high.
money on those sort of things.
Mills.
Like,
Loads.
yeah, like the winner gets 100K.
Yeah. So you've worked on the big level ones, is my point.
Yeah. And they're not even the biggest ones.
Right.
You know, it's like, yeah, FIFA, Gran Turismo, those kinds of games. And the thing that I feel like really drives the industry, but there is a product to buy. You know what I mean? There is a game, there's a console, there's like chairs, there's equipment.
There's money in it.
Yeah, there's money in it. And also there's like new games that are coming out
So
every
you
year.
mean for the people that are putting on the tournament, the reason they're putting the money in is to advertise.
Sponsorships and stuff like that.
Yeah, and also because it's like it's an industry that like generates income, whereas in dance, like, you know, all the like there's not an industry.
I'm
There's
not buying it.
no, but listen, if you think of like a company like PlayStation or EA or that create the games, it's like these big companies have money to put on these events and to have cash prizes where like 10K, 15K, 20K don't make a dent.
But I'm not even like talking about like the big tournaments where the companies are putting on the, like, let's say, you know, because you've got Red Bull and all of that, BC1 and all, they put on the stuff like that. I'm talking about like I can't remember who I was talking to about this, but all of the money comes from sponsorship. From like not those ones, like the smaller grassroots ones, and they come from people who put the tournaments on streams, which get viewers. So then they approach the sponsors and say, "This is how many people watch my tournament." Why isn't that happening with dance
Yeah,
tournaments?
but even there,
That's a good
it's
point.
like if you
Battles.
think of the overhead cost of putting
Yeah.
an online tournament, there's like no overhead cost. Whereas you have to hire a venue. You have
No, not just. But I don't. No, I'm not just talking about people playing from the living room. That happens when people hire out a venue from tournaments, but they just have a stream
So wait,
desk there.
from your like, so break this down to us, because also for context for people listening, like, well, explain your background in video games.
I used to compete in a video game called Street Fighter, and then I stopped competing and I started doing commentary for it because
Yeah.
I couldn't compete anymore.
Again,
And-
to a pretty decent level with both of those.
Yeah.
because he can talk.
To a decent level.
Why couldn't you compete anymore?
Long thing.
Okay.
I don't want to get into it because then people will start. Yeah, it's all right.
Fair.
But like, I I just don't understand why no dance events are on Twitch. Like the only thing I've seen as a dance event being streamed is Just a Boo, and that's on the French websites, which you have to use Google Translate to try and flip in.
Cut this out the pod so I can do this.
To try and
Don't give them ideas.
to try and think. But if people, like loads of people, were streaming their events on Twitch, you know how many flipping
So wait, what's the benefit of
people
it?
that
What's
would be
the
watching
benefit
Twitch?
of streaming it on Twitch?
The benefit of it streaming on Twitch is you get people watching your event. And when you have a certain amount of numbers, one, people can subscribe to your channel and pay like a monthly subscription of $4.99. They can donate money and you can say, oh, there's a website called Matcherino, and you could be like, everyone watching, if there's 500 people watching, click on this link and the Matcherino prize pool will go up for free by people clicking on this
When
link.
you say people,
Yeah.
like, does it work in a way where just randoms are going to watch it, or does it need our community to be on Twitch
like,
for
say-
it to take off?
Yeah, like say on YouTube, if I do a live stream of an event
It's
on
not
YouTube,
that, yeah, YouTube isn't
I have
the
to
one.
send it to
Yeah,
people.
no,
Yeah.
YouTube isn't the one. Twitch, but this is the thing, because there is zero dance on Twitch, there might be, or what it might take a while for it to blow. I think if there was a massive event
Same
like
as
Just a Boo,
NFTs and any.
But no, but I mean,
then I
even
guess.
in terms of what you're saying, like, is the platform of Twitch, like, can you discover, can you discover stuff like randomly?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
like a feed.
So someone
100%.
could just be scrolling and
Yeah.
find the battle that's
Not
live.
only that, say
that
Luke
true?
puts on an event. Yeah, it's
Just
true.
wanted to make sure you understood the
it's true.
question.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, they like there's categories and they browse categories. And let's say you've got loads of numbers because Luke's put on a massive event and is put it out to X amount of people. Say I'm streaming, I'm on Twitch and I'm like, what's going on in the lifestyle section or whatever? Luke's gonna be at the top because his
Right.
number's the most out of everyone. So then I'm like, oh, cool. I'll click on this channel. Oh, they're doing cool dance stuff. I'll follow them in case they go live again. And
Right.
now all of a sudden when you go live next, even though I've got nothing to do with dance, I know when you're live and I might watch the
Stefan
thing.
talks to me about Twitch a fair amount, because I think
Yeah,
like
Lee's
DJs
on
use it a lot, don't they?
Not
Yeah.
only that, but like you can create a community where you host. So say if I just finished an event and I have 12,000 people and Luke's event's starting after mine, here you go, Luke, here's 12,000 viewers.
Over just having so many platforms, man.
This is definitely
It
our
is
age,
a
though.
lot. Yeah.
But is there that many platforms with dance?
No, as in just like
Just
she
things
means
to
stuff we have
manage.
Yeah. I do think though, like it is ridiculous, man.
But
like,
can
how
I
much-
answer you? Can I answer what? Because what you're saying is why?
Yeah, why
are
do
these
you,
things
you
not?
work so hard and you get 50 quid?
Yes.
What's that about?
The
It's whack,
answer
man.
to that is because these competitions have not been
Invested in.
invested in, but also the formats that they're in have not been going that long. Like our longest one, like say like B-Boy Champs, whatever, is like 15 years or 16 years or however long, it's less than 20. And like that's not the longest standing event, but like, you know, these events have maybe been going since the 90s or so. And it's like, yes, video gaming is a new thing as well, but it's also like following on the sports format, and there is a competition kind of element, and people can understand who wins and who loses, right? So this is all going to come to a point.
Yeah. No, I'm listening.
The first problem is with sport format things, for people to watch and get invested in as an audience, a general public audience, you need to understand the story. You need if he puts that ball in the net more than he puts that ball in the net, then they win. Like, cool. As a dancer, you can watch someone who you think as a non-dancer, you can watch someone who you think smoked it, and then the judges vote for them, and you're like, what? Why? And they're like, oh, well, because the historical this and kind of this flavor in this case, but not that scenario. And it's a bit like, as a normal person, it's really hard to latch on. And a lot of the biggest sports bar maybe American football, are big because you can kind of understand who's winning, like what's the story.
I understand your point, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing that's why it's hard for dance to get investors, because it's hard to market to the general public.
I've got a counter for that. Carry on.
Okay.
Ooh.
And the second thing is that because the competitions haven't been going for that long, we haven't figured that element out of it, like how to make it really easy for the audience. And we're getting there slowly with like commentary being introduced in certain places and things like that. And that I think is, for me, is the way forward, where it's like you explain to the audience what's going on and you give them context. And then also just in terms of it being developed as a thing, like event organizers don't know what you're saying is true, because it is dumb. And the problem is that like a lot of event organizers either don't know this stuff or don't take the initiative to do it, because most times they're just some dancer.
I think it's that. I think most of the event organizers probably have been on Twitch before, play video games, or aware of these tournaments that I don't understand why. Because like the whole thing of not explaining it to people, you solve that with commentators.
Yeah.
You solve that with at the ad breaks, because that's the exact same. Like games have that exact same problem.
True,
How are we going to explain to new people coming to Street Fighter what these technical terms mean and what all of this stuff means?
Okay,
and in those ad breaks, they have a little banner running along the bottom, or they play a video in the ad break explaining this is what this move means, and this is how you do this, and this is how you do that. Like, I just think there's no way that, one, the dancers will start getting paid. Two, you'll have people getting paid to do commentary, so people will have to up their game with commentary.
Yeah.
Dancers will have to up their game with dance. The judges will get paid more. You get sponsors. Like, gaming industry have gaming apparel, chairs, all of that stuff. Like, it's really whack. Like, people don't care for chairs and all that stuff. Not that many people buy it, but companies will invest tons of money because in the hopes that people buy it. If you think about how cool the flipping hip hop dance scene is, there's so many Adidas, Nike, all of these. We've already like spoke about this last week's podcast. I can't believe it. It blows my mind.
The thing is, none of what I'm saying is to disagree with you. Like, I think
No,
you're
I know.
right.
Yeah, I just don't know how it hasn't been thought of.
Yeah,
But
I think, although the thing is as well, it is coming. Like, I know people, all the stuff you're talking about.
We're
I know.
going to miss it.
Why?
Yeah, what you think will be the next?
We'll
We will
be
be done.
dead.
Yeah.
We'll be done.
No, but like even
I think.
Manny was talking about creating like a video that explains what breaking is and the fundamentals, so that can be latched on before any battle that you watch online. You can stick that before your YouTube videos. It's just someone explaining all the terms and stuff. I think the commentary becoming more of a thing. Even Red Bull developing it, and like it takes those companies to try it out, and then everyone else is going to follow. I think what we need though, which isn't being done, is the low budget version of that. It's actually kind of something I'm working on, but it's like, if you can't have a big whole live stream set up with different cameras and a commentator, how can you do that for like a quarter of the price?
It takes time. I'm not saying you click your fingers and it'll be there tomorrow. But what I'm saying is I've been in the Street Fighter scene where we did it just because we wanted to put on an event and it was our passion, which is what all these dancers are doing. It's now gotten to a point where I got offered 13 grand to commentate for a month, all expenses and all. Imagine being
in Poland or something.
Yeah, in Poland. Imagine someone coming up to you and be like, "Yo, man, we'll pay you 20 grand to come commentate this dance event, and we'll pay for your tickets, and we'll pay for your flights, and we'll pay for your accommodation. Just come and just
Talk about it
and enjoy the show."
Yeah.
What? Do you know how many people be like, "I want to be a commentator for dance"?
Well,
and all of that.
Yeah, but
if they were going to
think
hire someone, it would be a podcaster.
Yeah. I think that in a sense that it's kind of a chicken or the egg thing, because I think that you have, clearly what's missing in the street dance or hip hop industry is people who are building infrastructures. It's all dancers who want to practice a dance and who are putting on an event kind of as a side thing. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of people who are focused on, right, okay, how do we solve this problem, or what infrastructure, what visibility do we need? How can we use technologies or different platforms in a different way? What technology are we not, or what platform are we not on that we could get on and get big on? Or so I think that in a sense, and the reason why people aren't doing that is because like maybe they see no outcome, like they see no money, because there's not money being injected in the industry, which comes back to what I was saying with, why I'm saying it's a chicken or the egg thing, because you have to build the audience, but also it's like, if you don't have people building the infrastructure, how do you gather the audience? But if you don't get paid building the infrastructure, then it's also not sustainable. So you kind of end up in a vicious cycle of, people like maybe investing in trying to solve a problem, and then after 2 years being like, oh well.
So are we pitching to Twitch or what?
Like you've already got.
I've thought about it.
You've
with the
already
Capsule.
got events. Like, what's the event that you went to and you got through and you were in like top 4 or whatever? Rubenometry. They already paid for the venue. They've already paid for it to be filmed. They've already got everything there.
So what
Just stream it.
Yeah. So all right. So this is something that I am working on, and I haven't spoken about it publicly, but it's just how to do a low budget stream, because what you can do is you can hire people who have Owen Ling and Missing Pixels if you're looking for someone dope. definitely hit him up and shout out to him. He's very good at what he does. But he has a proper setup and like a whole thing, right? You may not have the money for that, especially some of these smaller jams. So what I'm trying to do is be able to do a live stream literally with just my GoPro and my laptop.
Yeah, everything that you've got here,
Yeah.
plug it into your laptop.
Yeah.
There's a thing called
stream.
OBS.
I've got it. Yeah.
Hit stream.
So this is what I'm trying to work on, but it also is like I've got to find events that are going to let me test it out. So we're going to try and do that. But
that's probably
yeah.
the only thing that, like, when you go to a venue, you'd have to make sure they have decent internet that you can use.
This, yeah, that's the
But
only
that's probably the only difficult thing to get around.
yeah. If you're in a venue,
But
and you've
if
got
you're
venue,
already if you're already paying for the
Wi-Fi.
venue and you're already doing all of that stuff anyway, the streaming part isn't like, geez,
Yes.
all right, this is a really hard, arduous
Yeah,
thing that
yeah.
like you can go on YouTube and figure it out by watching a 5-minute video.
and
Yeah.
you're saying when you go stream, like our go-to tends to be YouTube so that everyone can watch it live.
Yeah, YouTube
saying
is whack for streaming.
Go Twitch and
yeah.
build this Twitch audience.
Yes.
Anything that I'm doing that you can is worth trying it out with. You
Think-
can
Oh, yeah,
always do
true.
it there.
Think how many people, right, watch dance videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Think how many viewers you have.
But then, can you keep the recording after?
Yes, it archives, and then you can put it on YouTube.
So maybe we should look at doing.
Look at his eyebrows.
I'm here.
So
Bruv,
you can keep the file.
Yeah,
So maybe we should look at Twitch streaming this every week
yeah.
and then keeping the file
And
putting
putting it
up
on
as a
YouTube. And then new people who come to your things will be like, oh, is this streamed live as well? Oh, I want to go. And they can ask questions in the flipping comment box.
Yeah.
And that's on you, babe.
Look what he's done.
I'm so...
Fucking
Revolutionary.
revolutionary.
Come on, we're on it today.
Women and men. No, it doesn't work. Friends, yeah, friends.
I've
Hello.
got a friend.
Oh, okay.
I've got a question that is
Yes.
related, but also not like.
Can I just give a super quick,
Please take.
just a super
Sizzle.
quick one? I just want to shout out the people that went to this fucking event. That's why we started
Okay.
talking about
Sorry.
it. Vanessa won.
Yes.
Besides that, Primal Instincts went and sweeped the fuck up.
Whoop.
So Stephanie made the finals against Vanessa.
Ooh.
It's cool that Vanessa won, I think, because Stephanie beat her the last time I think that was the last time they battled at Red Bull BC1.
Look at sure. I'm the captain.
You're dying on these buttons. So Stephanie,
Jenny.
yes, bye Jenny. Stephanie beat Vanessa the last time, so now this time they had each other in the finals again, and Vanessa won, so that's dope. Yeah, Primal Instinct, so Spin, Lightfoot, and Aeon, who are all three fucking sick. They made the semis. Louis is a b-boy who I think he's like 14, and he made the top 4 in the younger
Kids category.
kids category. And yeah, as far as I knew, that's all of the and Sheku won. Dying. You know what's funny is I'm reading this all off Sheku's post. Yeah, so Sheku won. And I think he battled Crysix in the finals because I'm just looking at the video.
Crysix?
He is a b-boy who's very fucking dope. He was at Groovonometry as well. I'll show you
Oh,
a
and
video.
Sheku smoked him, yeah?
Morocco.
I don't
no?
know. He's from Morocco, but I feel like he lives here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He's fucking sick as well, so that must have been a good final.
Not sicker than Sheku,
Also,
obviously.
speaking of sponsors, this event was sponsored by Arizona, the iced tea.
Wow, okay, cool.
You know
Super
what?
random.
I'm waiting for a deodorant company to sponsor a dance event.
Does it really
What?
smell?
You're hoping that they do.
I'm waiting for
Well, I'm waiting for someone to
think of it.
Figure it
do
out.
it, like to reach out to a company and
just
be
to
like,
have it kind of coming out the.
yeah, and like hand people deodorants.
As they
like,
walk through.
Yes.
Put your hands up.
Wouldn't that
You can
be?
go in.
Wouldn't that be a good idea?
It would be a
Yes,
good idea.
Yes.
Smells like a game shop up in them battles.
Yes.
Sorry.
So yeah, I just wanted to say
Game.
shout out to them, especially like Primal Instincts
gamer.
are killing it, and shout out to Vanessa for taking that win back. So I don't know what I know they're friends and they train together and
Yeah,
stuff,
but one of our own, do you know what I mean?
well, Stephanie's from here. Well, she's not from it. She's from Ukraine actually, but she
Make
lives
up
here.
your mind, Stephanie. If you want to get cheered on, you gotta be from
Well,
the UK.
that's what I said. When she's doing well, she's a UK dancer. She's one of us. Same with Vanessa. She's Portuguese, but she's one of us.
Same with a lot of like just a UK
Yeah, we'll
mentality, you know.
Yeah, we'll take anyone
Okay.
that's doing well. No, shout out to everyone that killed it over there. That's all I was going to say. Talladega, please take us on to what you had to say.
It was just. It's a really ignorant question, really, but
There's no ignorant question.
it hadn't dawned on me how few battlers were probably full time until this conversation.
Full time
really.
battlers.
Yeah,
It's
like
hard-
Explain.
Like what percentage of like dancers are doing it full, like styles dancers are doing that full time?
Well, it depends what you
If-
class as full time, because are you saying
Only-
literally only battles? Because most of them will
Sunny and freaking
cram.
But
maybe,
that's
yeah.
Why? Because they're sponsored. Because there's money
Yeah,
being
that's
put
why.
into it.
But no, it's the same. It's the exact same thing with like video game
yeah.
players and stuff like that. They will use their own money and they're part time. They've all got jobs to do and stuff like that. But if
Okay.
they perform well, all of a sudden they get sponsored by a company and now they don't have to work anymore.
I mean, then I guess what percentage of dancers are getting those sponsorships?
Yeah, I think
Very
like
small.
Very
at the
low,
moment
right?
we have Sunny and Karam, and
That's
I think that's
wild.
it.
Yeah.
I think also, yeah, again, it's like a lot of dancers will battle mainly, but then the stuff that's making them, let's say, at least over 50% of the money will be like
Teaching or
teaching or jobs, or they'll be on an agency and get like, so you might be a b-boy. Like I think Sunny, before he was sponsored, you know, was probably, again speculating, but he was probably doing battles, but then also like, because he's such a sick b-boy, he's not having to change what he does for like auditions or whatever, but it's like an advert might be like, come and just, you know, do some
Yeah.
head spins for this advert, and that's what the money is going to support the continuation of the battling, I guess. So in that sense, like there might be people who are professional dancers but not professional battlers. I think there are a few dancers worldwide who are professional battlers. Probably all the people on,
sponsored.
yeah, all the people on the Red Bull thing. There are a few who aren't sponsored who are still professional, but I think that's tough as fuck.
Yeah.
I
Like
think
there's
that-
not enough money to be doing that.
One.
Unless you're judging. Unless you're traveling around and you're getting
Yes.
judges or
Yeah, that would make sense.
yeah, you're judging and teaching, but then that's not
Yeah.
really like battling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the people that sponsor gamers know nothing about the gaming scene. They just see
Just money.
numbers. And dance videos rack up millions.
That's true.
So if you show someone who knows nothing about the scene millions, they'll go, "Oh yeah, I'll pay you." to
Right.
do
But
that."
that's why also now you're getting like TikTok dancers that are sponsored
It's
more than
huge.
battlers because it's all a question about the eyeballs.
yeah, it's such a huge market, man.
But
So we've got to be asking ourselves, how do we get more eyeballs on dance?
yeah.
Maybe like a weekly podcast that would like sum up what's happening and give people an entry point to the dance scene and really help them to understand what was going on.
I think if everyone started doing it to create more of like a community on like, let's say use Twitch as an example, because YouTube is not the place for that. You would start slowly see the numbers increasing. All those people that would go to, let's say for example, I'm someone who's like, oh, look at the Twins video, and you go to the Twins video and you see on the video, we stream every month, or this tournament's once a year, come press follow on our thing or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Even if you get 10% of like 30 million viewers,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like, it's enough.
Fair.
Okay. Things
Sorry,
to think about.
We got to get on Twitch.
Yeah,
we got to
let's-
get on Twitch.
Get on Twitch,
Got to
basically.
get on Twitch.
What's next?
And there is next week the Jam Festival.
There is next week the Jam Festival. I'm going to be there. Will you be there? Will you be there?
Where
Will
is
you
the
be
Jam
there?
Festival?
Will you be there?
No, I'll be out the country.
It's Swindon.
Yeah. Kieran's.
Kieran's thing.
Yeah, he's doing it's a week long
Festival.
festival. He is a daddy. Congratulations to Kieran and Tia for popping out a baby
Big Daddy.
and still running a festival.
Oh my god. Imagine that.
Yeah, but no, I'm gonna make dinner after this.
Right. So we have the Jam Festival, which is happening at Swindon Dance, organized by Kieran Jam
Movement.
Jam Movement, and there's a bunch of different workshops that are happening. So of people
Who we got?
teaching. There's a Movement Decoded, Kashmir, Cricket District, Anna teaching choreography. I'm not sure which
Anna
Anna.
Hucknall from Take One.
Okay. Empire, In the House, Home Bros, Paris.
Bloody hell.
Kashmir, Paris, Anna, Swindon. Duke London. What? Okay.
Nothing.
The Duke London Live Podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a live podcast with the Home Bros.
And then
Stream
that'd be
it.
nice.
Stream it on Twitch.
Stream you on
yeah.
Twitch.
Okay. And then there's a battle on Saturday, West Country Clash.
Yep,
West Country Clash.
West Country Clash.
Where's that?
in the same.
In the same place.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for that we have 1v1 hip hop, popping, breaking, under 18 all styles. Judges are Kashmir, Paris, and AJ.
47.
47. Why 47?
Like AK-47.
Oh,
Gun.
Okay. Violence. Okay. Yeah, so I think it'll be are you laughing at me?
No, these two. Carry on, Jen. Sorry. They're being rude.
I'm being rude.
Yeah, so that's it.
Yep. I'm going to be there working and should be good. I'm doing a live podcast. We are filming throughout the week. And what else am I doing? I'm teaching on the Friday. And just generally doing too much and exhausting myself. Yay!
Have you got another class this week?
Oh, I have another class this week, and I have another class this week. Thank
How's it been
you.
going?
Have another class this week. This week's one had more people than the first week. Way less numbers than when I do it as a standalone workshop. But also, it's maybe the time is a Thursday night, so the other ones have been Saturday daytimes. But yeah, it was the first chance of me trying out the battle structure and presentation version. Which went really well. Good. And it's like I had the exercises in my head, but I hadn't tried them on people yet. So that was cool to do and to like see people try the stuff out and how they responded to it and all that crap, which is really cool. I enjoyed doing. I think it's something that is like, you know, the structure and presentation thing in general is something that I think I'm good at to an extent. You know, like whether or not you think my dance is of whatever level, but like the stuff I do have, I think I can present it as well as possible, you know. So I think, and also I think I'm good at teaching it and understanding why and how that works. So I think it's something where I'm like, and it's not being done anywhere else. So that's where I feel like I have like a little something to offer, I guess, where, you know, the reason why I didn't teach loads before is because I didn't want to just do the same shit everyone else is doing. Like, okay, I'm going to start a pop-in class or start a pop-in workshop or whatever. Whereas like, okay, you could go to better people than me. Do you know what I mean? You could go to Sean's class, you could go to whatever. So it's like, this is something for me where I'm like, okay, cool. I can actually offer something that no one else is offering. I think it's also an element of dance that's really not talked about a lot. Especially in battles where it's like, there is a whole art to like, how you structure your rounds for a battle. Like you can't, I mean, you can just go out there and just move, but there's a way to utilize same with anything. If you're in a how do you call it, proscenium arch theater, as opposed to like a circular thing, the round, you structure your choreography different, right? Like you would, if you were doing a solo, you would structure it differently than if it was facing the front. If it's an hour-long show, you structure it differently to if it's a 3-minute show. Like it's done in choreography and in that thing. So it's the same whether we're freestyling in a battle or a cypher prelim or prelims versus battles. Like there's different things you can utilize. So yeah, I just thought it was important for that. And then this week is going to be structure.
I'm really sorry I hit the button by mistake while I was taking mangoes.
She is. I watched you do it as well.
Bye-bye, Jenny.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Have you retained your point?
I have.
Good.
I'm really sorry.
If you weren't fired before. This week is structure and presentation for camera
Oh, have they been different every week then?
for screen. Yeah, so the first
Very
one
good.
is and for me this is more like me trialing it out because I kind of want to be inspired by you and like turn it into like a longer thing. I'd love to do a 3-day
Easy.
thing.
Easy.
I think exercises wise I definitely have enough because I've had to cut everything short. All of the exercises, and you know, it's the same as when we're at your thing. It's like
Doing the same amount of stuff just for longer.
yeah, and each exercise like takes ages if you want to do it properly, and it's not like, you know, it doesn't feel like a long time. So I kind of experienced that as well. Like I did the first workshops at 3 hours, and it's like I don't get to the end of my list, and even the things I did cover, I'm like, we rushed through that.
Yes.
I just showed you, you know. So I'd love to make it a 3-day thing, but the first one was the general structure and presentation. So like, just how do you present for an audience? How do you like? What's the difference between just dancing in your room or like projecting your movement, I guess. Second one was for battles, and then the third one's for camera / for screen. So like how to look good on camera or in your phone.
You all right?
Hello mate, welcome back. Yeah, because I guess that's another thing that I feel like I can help with. Whereas when I'm filming people or working with dancers as a videographer, I kind of give them tips of like, oh, maybe if you do it like this, it will read better on camera or
That's it.
that type of stuff. So
You've created a workshop. No, obviously you've created a workshop to help yourself out when you start filming people.
yeah, and it's
Well
like the more
Good foresight.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the proceedings. Yeah, so anyway, I'm teaching this Thursday, covering for Sheldon. Shout out to Sheldon, who's allowed me to cover his class.
My favourite.
For these 3 weeks. Jen's so struggling over there.
Move the mango, Jenny.
In it.
It's here.
I don't know if you want to. Speaking of Sheldon, do you want to talk about Traplord at all?
I feel like we talked about it before.
Did we? Yeah.
I don't know. Is there
That
anything?
means
Nothing to
no.
add from that?
Got a week left if you haven't seen it.
Hey, get your
Come see
tickets.
it.
Get your tickets. Get your tickets.
As far as I know, there are tickets for every night up to the end of the run still.
Boom.
Do it.
Yeah, we're having a good time.
Lovely.
And if you saw it at the beginning, you could see it again because it's different.
Yeah, my brethren told me it's very different.
Sick.
He said it multiple times.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
I don't know what that sound meant, but I'm sure I'll find out later.
What is this Queen's Speech thing?
Okay,
I don't
so
know about it.
Queen's Speech Exchanging Crowns is put on by In the House and Be Supreme in collaboration, and also with Padiak, which is a dance organization based in Manila. And basically it's, I don't know that they called it that, but I will call it that, is an artistic exchange.
Yep.
So basically there's three female dancers 18 plus that will be selected in the UK and in Manila,
Okay.
and they're auditioned
3 each.
yeah.
Yep.
So they're auditioned on both sides. And then the 3 dancers from the UK are going to travel to Manila, spend
Sick.
I think 2 weeks or
Great.
3 weeks
Very dope.
That's sick.
in the Philippines, and go live with their kind of the person that they're matched with, and kind of exchange and, you know, discover the lifestyle, but also the artistic practice, all of that. And then they're going to do the reverse. So that's happening in July, that the UK artists are going to Manila. And then in October, the Manila artists are coming to the UK.
Sick.
And then they're going to create a piece together and present the work that they've created.
Oh, sick. So the first, like, they're just going to kind of hang and train and stuff, and then they come and hang and train, and then they create, or are they creating both sides?
From my understanding, I don't know. Like, I know that kind of a final outcome of this
Yeah.
exchange is going to be to create a piece, but I don't know
When that
like
starts.
how much a percentage of it is going to be created in Manila or in the UK. But
Yeah.
everybody knows that that's the outcome. So
end.
I think they're going to be working towards, you know, even if it's exchanging ideas of what it could be about, or, you know, how they relate to each other. But I mean, there's going to be a whole kind of things that are programmed. It's not just like, oh yeah, come live at my house and
And chill.
yeah.
I watched Clara's like the intro
Yeah.
video, and from what I understood, the London leg of it was when the making.
Yeah. I mean,
Ah,
I'd
cool.
assume so, because you need to meet and
yeah.
Hang
get to know.
first.
Because I think you're paired. Did you say?
Yeah.
I think you're paired up, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, so I don't think that it's necessarily like, you know, it's more the process of creating something together. So I don't think it's necessarily going to be, super intense in Manila and then super intense here to like have a perfect hour piece. I think it's going to be like shorter length, but it's going to be then presented in the UK. And I think that they're
Do we know where?
no, not yet. I don't think that there's necessarily like show dates yet. They've announced the audition date is on the 8th of May from 2 to 6 p.m. at Flow Dance.
Is that an oval?
Yeah.
Kennington Overley.
Yeah. So it's for female dancers 18 and over who are based in the UK. You have to be vaccinated.
Oh.
Bye bye.
I guess this is a whole international traveling thing these days.
Yeah, it's probably not their rule.
And it's not necessarily like, well, from what I'm reading, it's not necessarily only for street dancers, but it's for people who have a strong foundation in freestyle and street dance background.
Okay, so you could kind of do anything.
I think it's a street style from Clara's video.
Yeah.
Let's consult the spectrum.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think that's kind of it. You can go on In the House or Be Supreme's Instagram for more information at In the House UK. So INDAHOUSEUK.
Beautiful.
Very good.
Well, I think sick as well is like seeing Clara correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems that nowadays she's doing more stuff to do with like her Filipino heritage and stuff, and like especially in the dance scene and like creating opportunities for Filipino artists. Like I don't know if she's always been doing that, but I just start to see it more now. Hello.
Have you spoken about Chris's thing before?
Chris's thing.
Chris Reyes.
Maharlika, I think it's called.
I don't know much about.
So are you saying about
anything.
Clara doing more things with her heritage? She's part of, it's like her, Jasmine Saulo, Jonah Dare.
I've seen a picture of
the thing that we watched.
Sorry, I keep pulling us into like tangent land. Feel free to come back to it another
podcast is tangent land
time, because I don't know enough about it to take us anywhere.
Could we look it up?
You just took us into the world and went, like, see ya.
Yeah.
Well, I know a little bit about it.
Okay, what do you know?
How count it?
I know that it's an initiative that's led by Chris Reyes. And it's a creative platform highlighting UK Filipino artists and creatives through the digital and live world. So kind of promoting and giving opportunities for UK Filipino artists.
That's sick.
Yeah. So I think it's also not necessarily dance specific, but also just people of the diaspora.
Yeah.
Who are part of the arts. And I think it's great because they had their event, I think it was their first live event a few weeks ago, but it was also live streamed on YouTube, not Twitch.
Yeah, that's what we watched.
I thought it was cool that the event was live streamed because it was
that's a midnight train.
Oh shit, I thought it was hot in here. Damn it. This is a lot to handle for me.
Doing
very
a
well.
great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, we love you, man.
So it was live streamed, but basically there's Filipino, like a different artists that were working together. They created a 10-minute film, and then it was a screening of those films. So it was either kind of a finished product or kind of filming a process or interviews. So there was different things in it. But
question.
Tell me what you think about this. Tell me what you think about. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me what you think about this. And tell me what you think about it.
Do you know what the channel name is of the channel that they streamed it on?
No, I don't. But I know that it's called Maharlika.
How do I spell that?
Maharlika. Maharlika.
Whilst you're looking that up, Christopher Reyes also announced today Caravan Unplugged. Was it today or yesterday? Which I forgot about days ago, but he posted about it and brought it to my attention. So, sound. So it's what is it billed as? Club Open Jam. That's for live music, dance, and DJs. I don't think that is it.
That sounds like a sick song.
I don't think that is.
That's
it.
It is it. Yeah. So this is 23rd of April, and in the past, it's like live musicians have been paired with dancers, have been paired with singers or spoken word artists, and they just improvise on the night. As far as I'm aware, the last ones were called Caravan Social Nights. I'm not sure what's different about Caravan Unplugged.
I think it's not plugged.
It's not. Oh, good.
Well, it is now that Tally's mentioned it.
Oh,
get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Because you plugged.
So I'm trying to research the thing, but I've not managed to get to one. But I always hear great things about them, and I think he had a piece, like an immersive piece called Caravan, a few years ago,
yes,
and it was born out of.
I think it was the precursor to Sean. But it says the same vibe and energy as Caravan Social Night delivers, but raw and unscripted. No set performances, just an open space to create, spotlight and dance within a club setting.
Yes, because he asked me to do one once, and the plan was to have a few rehearsals with
because I think
and not necessarily set it, but just have some time together.
Preparation, which makes sense if it's some kind of a performance. It's a bit of thought and work that goes into it. Well done, Chris Reyes,
Yeah,
for
well done, Chris.
building
Shout out to
these
Chris.
initiatives,
Yeah, I
Caravan
think-
and
Love you,
Maharlika.
Chris.
I like this idea of kind of doing stuff for like smaller communities, because we often hear about or speak about the like marginalized communities, and not to say that Filipinos like don't have their version of marginalization in their community, but like we often hear about taking care of specific communities when it's a marginalization issue, as opposed to like just, hey, I come from this place and I care about this culture and I
Yes.
want to like give them more opportunity. Obviously the people in Philippines maybe have less opportunity in terms of like just being able to willy-nilly fly over to London and train. So like Clara's thing is sick for that, but just in terms of her being like, hey, I'm Filipino, I want to like give back to that community or that country or whatever, I think is sick. In the same way, if it was wherever you're from, or even if it's like, oh, we're talking about with Groovonometry, like building a scene in Manchester. Like I live in Manchester, I don't want to just abandon it and run down to London.
Yes,
Like,
it's very be the change you want to
Yeah.
see, isn't
Yeah.
it? Instead of
But she's been doing like even the house
that's a topic we're not going to talk about. Yeah.
the house intensives within the house. Like they had I think it was called House to House, if I'm not mistaken. But they've been delivering it in the Philippines online through the
sick.
pandemic, and they went there before the pandemic. So it's been a long time that she's been doing stuff, but it's
That's really
true
cool.
that in the past year or so there's been more and more,
Sounds
Yeah.
like
which we're happy for you.
Just to say to everyone, I don't give a shit about this last topic. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
But what I was going to say is that BBC Young Dancer is coming up. So that's pretty cool. Because speaking of like, things that have a lot of eyeballs on and such, it'll be aired on BBC. I don't know which channel actually.
BBC 4.
BBC 4, there we go.
Why do I know this? I'm so
very good.
Why do you
I'm
know?
so British.
BBC 4 or Channel 4?
BBC 4.
BBC 4,
BBC
mate.
Because
Young
Channel 4 is not
Dance.
BBC 4.
Channel 4 is privatized now. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. So obviously BBC Young Dancer has like a bunch of different styles and stuff like that, but they have like a street dance representation, I guess. I don't know if it's like a necessarily a category because I think they're all in one. But Lauren Scott and Omni are both in it.
Omni!
Omni is under 18.
I don't know. Does he
You have to be under 18.
Well, he's in it, so I don't know.
Come on down, Omni!
Omni, bada Omni. Do you have to be under 18 for this?
Well, to be a young dancer.
No, 16 to 21, you muppet.
Oh.
All right, fine. The muppet was not necessary.
Yeah, it's a bit strong.
Bit strong, but you
Not
know,
so nice.
we're rolling with it.
Not so nice.
And
Yes.
that's on you, babe.
Well, not on you, babe.
So yeah, there'll be various episodes. I think it's going to be aired on Sundays on BBC 4, starting this week, I believe.
Ivan was a mentor on that, was he?
Yeah, this Dixon's doing it. This
Yes.
one, and
Me.
Gianna G. You know Gianna.
Oh, really?
She's another mentor.
Great.
I don't know the other one, so they maybe they're street dancers that I don't know them, but I think
That's
those
really
two are
cool.
the. I think someone like Dixon's great for that because he's got the street dance, but he's also got
Yes.
the other aspects to be able to weigh in
Yes.
on that.
Very good.
Yeah. So who did they have? Who have they had before? Because Max won it before.
Yeah.
Silk Boogie. We've contractually
Didn't Jodelle
obliged.
win once? Or did he just do
Contractually
it?
obliged to shout out Max on every podcast now.
Yeah, and I have a special
Fuck that
shout
guy.
out to Max because I went to see the world premiere of Akram Khan's Jungle Book Reimagined.
How is that? That got 5
And-
stars on the stage. The
Did
stage
it?
gave that 5 stars. Yeah, Max put it up on his story.
Ooh,
Max.
5 stars.
Ooh, look at me, I'm Max. I'm just good at
And
everything.
So talented.
Oh.
And
And
I really enjoyed it.
Good.
It was really good.
boom, boom.
It is it is a family show.
Break it down. What is the concept of the show first?
Okay, so I mean I don't want to give away
reimagining
too
of
much.
Jungle Book.
Yeah,
That's a concept.
fair.
No, but it is, basically the story of Jungle Book, but reimagined. So it's kind of put in the context, like the story has changed a little bit, but it's all about the relationship of men and the environment and animals. But it's more in the context of climate change and
Sick.
what our relationship to nature is now, you know?
Yeah.
And is it a contemporary dance show, would you say?
Yes.
Contemporary dance company.
Yes. But yeah, I would definitely call it a contemporary dance show. But it's kind of, I feel like it's a family show where, you know, when you watch, like, what was that movie, Soul? Like, okay, it's a kid's movie, but even when you watch it as an adult,
You enjoy it.
you enjoy it, and
Yeah.
there's something in there for you.
Most of that stuff is really for adults, but they just
Yeah.
make it look, hey kids, it's a nice appearance, but really the deep stuff's for the adults, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So I feel that way about that show. Even, you know, I feel like, oh wow, some of these topics are like quite,
Heavy.
yeah, like, you know, but it is part of the conversation now, even, you know, for kids and people. But and there is, I feel like there's just a really beautiful mix in the show of, there's a lot of animation.
Ooh.
But there's a really like kind of seamless interaction of like dance and animation, and it not being like, okay, this is the animation bit and this
Right.
is the dance bit, and kind of it's integrated really nicely.
They have like a screen for the animation. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, they have this this amazing gauze that's in the front, and it's pretty much see-through, so it
Ooh,
doesn't
sick.
go up and down, but you can see the dancers through it like super clearly, so it
Matty.
doesn't feel like there's something between you and
Right.
the dancers. But the animation is like
I can imagine them doing something sick with that.
yeah, and the dancers are all amazing.
Of the Max.
And Max has a Max has a like main role in it.
Are they?
sick.
Yeah, are they casted like? Do they have character names? or
Yeah,
is it
yeah, yeah. Like there's Mowgli and
Okay.
Bagheera and Kaa and like the characters of.
who's his
Jungle
Max
Book.
play? Go on. Who's Max?
I don't actually
That's-
know the name of his character.
He's obviously not.
But-
What's it? What's the? Who's the character?
He's playing a monkey. He's playing a monkey.
What are you doing, Max?
Is he the one that does the well,
The one
I'm king
that's-
of the
yeah, the one
swing
that
and singing,
steals-
fling and fling
No,
that
that's
flew.
Baloo.
And then I
Baloo,
sing that,
yes.
fling
No.
that, but I fling that, ding I do. And I'm the king of the fling and sing it, I fling that, sing that flew, and sing that bay, that's it, that bow, and that's it, just like you.
Oh,
I'm you. I want to be like ooh. I want to do that boo bop me. And I don't know how any of the words go. Is that the monkey song, right? The orangutan.
no, that's Baloo. Baloo's
No,
the
Baloo's
bear.
the bear that rubs his back, and he
Yeah,
says, the bare necessities, the
I
bare,
wonder
the
why
bare
they do this.
But there's an orangutan that steals not Baloo, but steals Mowgli, right?
Oh yeah,
And
so he plays the orangutan.
he plays
Yeah.
the one that steals.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's the guy.
Max.
That's the guy that sings the.
Yeah. That's a
because
villain.
he's the king of the swingers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're the king of the what, mate? That's a villain.
Yeah.
Very adult undertones.
Grotty.
That's so he's a villain.
Yeah.
Much like he is in my life.
Yeah, same. Yeah, it's very fitting.
What a stretch. What a stretch.
I wonder why you got cast for that.
But no,
No,
it
that's
was
sick.
I highly
That is
recommend
dope.
it. I think it's gonna be at Sadler's in September.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna go and see it. I didn't know it was coming to London.
Let's sit together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done.
Coming in?
Pinky promise.
You coming in? Come on, join in.
Coming in
Join
hot.
us.
Coming in hot.
This is
I'll
Join in
come
it?
too. Yeah.
Yeah, TB, you got
King of the
to
swingers.
But yeah, so no, it was really good. I don't even know what's happening.
No. No, you know what's sick as well about that is that Max is a very fucking good dancer, but he's not getting cast in this stuff because he can do cool popping, and they're like,
No.
oh, we should have a street dancer in the show.
Yes.
He'll come in and do
Yeah.
a back. Like he's
Like
in
Dixon.
that world.
He's an artist.
Like
Yeah.
Dixon.
In that
Yeah.
world, he's a contemporary dancer. Like
Yeah.
he's, and not only is he a contemporary dancer that can pass as a contemporary dancer,
He's one of the best.
He's good enough to be hired for this big show. So it's like that's a fucking achievement, and not to mention the fact that he's not just some popper in our scene. He's like one of the sickest poppers, and he can then go over and be
Yeah.
cast in a real legit
And
show.
he's super nice as well, so
Yeah.
it helps.
So
Please.
Tally has something to say.
No, I need. It's a off pod thing, but I just need to
It's a
remember
off-pod.
to say it.
It's an off-pod thing, but I gotta remember. It's an off-pod thing, but I gotta remember. It's an off-pod thing, but I gotta remember.
Jen, how long have we been rolling? It says it there at the top.
The answer is an hour and 29 minutes.
Oh, we are so out of here.
We are so done. We are so done. That's more minutes than Luke would want as a minute
But
thing.
just
We did talk a bit of shit at the beginning. That might be able to cut out.
a little bit.
No, I doubt it.
Yeah.
That's good. What,
When she started recording, weren't we talking about getting drinks and stuff? Wasn't that all that?
I don't know.
Hey, with a little bit of
Well,
Good gracious!
as bodacious, and me and the rest of my heathens.
well, it's been real.
We're just shouting now, yeah. Take us out, Jen.
She calm, so I added to the tally.
Match Jack, give me that.
Oh, no, not this one.
Match Jack, give me that. And Jen's dying with a button.
I wish we had a
She's
camera on
dying
Jenny
with
right
the
now.
buttons.
She's
This is how Jen does the
struggling.
buttons.
Like,
I don't know who pressed the button. Press the button.
I hope everybody has a lovely week.